While riding the bus, the man noticed something peculiar. He noticed the palm of the passenger beside him was inexplicably turning transparent. At first he thought it was just his eyes playing tricks, so he didn't give it much thought. But unexpectedly, on his way home from work, he spotted another person turning transparent on the street. Determined to uncover the truth behind this phenomenon, the man hurriedly followed discreetly, but then the other person became even more transparent. Before the man could grasp the situation, unexpectedly, in the next instant, the man from earlier died instantly. Only then did Mark realize that those about to die gradually transformed into transparent shapes in his eyes. That day, Mark brought his phone to the store for repairs, but just as he was about to hand it to the girl, he discovered her hand had also turned transparent. Last night's car accident instantly flashed through Mark's mind. Mark felt a wave of panic wash over him, but this time, he decided not to stand idly by. Instead, he mustered the courage to ask her out after work, and so Mark waited at the agreed-upon coffee shop as the clock neared 9 o'clock, but Kelly never showed up. Mark couldn't help but feel worried. Just as Mark was about to go inside the shop to check, Haley suddenly rushed over, and her fair hands had already returned to normal. Mark, seeing this, excitedly grabbed Haley's hand. Just as she was caught off guard, Mark abruptly left the cafe. Unexpectedly, the very next moment, Mark suddenly felt a sharp pain in his chest. It turned out to be the backlash he suffered for altering fate, but seeing Haley safe and sound, Mark instantly felt it was all worth it. Little did he know that the next day, Hurley suddenly showed up at Mark's place with a newspaper, insisting on thanking him for saving her life. It turns out that on her way home last night, a factory near her route exploded. If Mark hadn't delayed her by asking her out, she might not be here right now. Learning that her ability could save lives, Mark was also overjoyed, and the two, who had feelings for each other, smoothly came together. One day, Mark took the subway home after work. He unexpectedly discovered all the passengers had turned transparent. Unable to bear witnessing so many lives about to vanish, Mark decides to step forward. He finds his girlfriend and said his final goodbyes to her, but before he could breathe a sigh of relief, he suddenly noticed his girlfriend's hand was gradually turning transparent. Turns out my girlfriend was also going to take that subway tomorrow. The next day, Mark protected his girlfriend from the disaster and had her take 3 days off work. He then handed over his duties to a friend and formally resigned from his job. But when he rushed to the subway station, he discovered the train had unexpectedly departed early. What shocked him even more, through the window, he saw his girlfriend inside the carriage. It turned out her colleague had fallen ill, preventing her from taking leave. Time was running out. Mark had no choice but to hail a cab to chase the train. Fortunately, he arrives ahead of schedule at the next platform and sees the workers on the platform appearing transparent. Mark confirmed the accident site was right here. He quickly lit the warning candles and evacuated all passengers from the platform, then resolutely jumped onto the tracks, determined to stop the train from entering the station with his own life. Just as the train entered the platform, it finally executed an emergency brake. A major accident was averted just in time, saving the lives of hundreds of people. But Mark, overwhelmed by the backlash, closed his eyes forever.